All right. Test, test,
Test.
test, test.
Live to take in 5, 4, 3.
Well, hello. We are back on Convincing Idiots for segment number 3. I am Millennial Nick here with my friends Gen X Brian and Zennial Dean. So for this final segment, for these last handful of years here, or actually over a decade, primarily the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but as well as with some DC movies, some prominent ones up there. We were thinking that you might struggle. It's a treasure trove, if you will, of celebrity talent in these movies, big name actors. Some have been made big names simply by the roles they play, and now as the machine keeps rolling, it seems like they just keep nabbing up all these big names. So it got me to thinking, all of these movies that are out, let's say MCU and DCU combined, are there any celebrities that you can think of that have not already participated or portrayed a character in either the Marvel or DC universes on screen that maybe you'd like to see in a role, or just see in a movie period? You maybe have a role picked out for them. Maybe you just think, hey, I've found one on the bingo card. This guy, he hasn't been in any movies. So we're just going to kind of talk about it. So if it's cool with you guys, I'll start out and give you an example.
Sure. It's not cool with me, but go ahead.
Okay. I inject, but fuck me, I guess. So if anybody needs me, I'll just go over here and fuck myself. So go ahead with your segment.
I'm
and you're
watching.
starting. Yes. So the first one that came to mind, and just to this is a good example, because not only do I think it's a good answer, and I have a role picked out for him that I think would fit this gentleman very well, but this is difficult because technically this person has already been involved with DC as in a voice credit. My first submission, and the first one that came to my mind, was Keanu Reeves. I'm like, Keanu Reeves hasn't been in any of these superhero movies. I would like to see Keanu Reeves in one of them. He's definitely a big actor. I think, personally, he would do a great job portraying my personal favorite member of the X-Men, Gambit. I would like to see Keanu Reeves play Gambit, and I think that would be pretty cool. Did not really realize that Keanu Reeves did voice Batman in the recent DC Super Pets movie. So if you want to get technical, he's been involved with DC, as in he voiced Batman in that movie. But he has not, in real life, on screen, portrayed any superheroes. So I thought Keanu Reeves would be a good fit to play Gambit. So I've always liked that character. Gambit has previously been, he was in, I believe, the Wolverine origin movie, briefly, as like a side character, real quick.
You're right.
But I would really like to see Gambit get a bigger role. I always thought he was really cool, and I think Keanu Reeves would be a good cast. So that's kind of the formula we're going off here. So somebody that has
was that?
What's that?
What was that? What was the devil movie he was in?
Constantine.
That technically is a comic. Yeah, that is a comic book, but it's not DC or MCU canon. But it was a comic book adaptation.
That is true, and actually they're making a sequel to that. That's been announced.
Really?
Yes, yeah. And then he also created his own superhero in some comic line. He's going to play that superhero as well. But you're right; it's not Marvel or DC. It's not Constantine is it a DC property? It's not
right, but it's not DCU. Like it's not in that movie universe, is what I was saying.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're playing fast and loose with the rules here, but as far as big
just like mine and yours love life with each other.
Yeah, fast and loose. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But I'm just thinking more of like these big superhero movies, whether it be Marvel, DC, kind of in that realm. But yeah,
I think we're all going to be there sometime in our list of. It's not easy. So everybody's done something.
right, there's been so many movies, so many characters, and the amount of talent they're able to bring into these movies, it's actually kind of hard. I mean, you look, I was like, oh, like Angelina Jolie was in Eternals, like there's all these massive actors that are like, well, they've been in it somewhere along the line. Initially, I even completely forgot. I started to say Idris Elba, like when I was thinking of people but I was like, no, Idris Elba has been in both MCU and DCU. He was in Suicide Squad and he's Heimdall in Thor. Right. So yeah, it's kind of tough. So
Nick,
next,
I had Keanu Reeves as well, Nick. So
did you?
I like your suggestion of Gambit. I think that'd be very cool with the accent and everything else. I think you'd do that I put him as just Iron Fist.
Oh, okay.
So Iron Fist, cool. Just the obviously, with the whole fighting. I'm thinking of this whole fighting ability. Anyways, an actor with the John Wick stuff, right? So he's definitely could do that sort of fighting, but he also has that calm, the whole martial arts vibe in general. I think he could bring a whole different feel and vibe to that character. So,
I
like that.
What you guys aren't really taking into consideration is that in both universes, MCU and DCU, we are in the multiple universe idea. So if we come across somebody that's either been in a movie or you could do Idris Elba and give him another role. You know what I mean? Anything's possible with this now. There are variants that you can, because I have some variants ideas on my list of actors, or not actors, but the roles that other actors could play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're variants. So, but I'm sorry, Brian, were you done? I didn't.
I just wanted to add on to Keanu Reeves. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my first one isn't a variant. It is a whole new role, not even probably in the comic books. I'm going to create this role for this gentleman. And my first one is for Alan Alda. And he will play Hawkeye's dad. See what I did? See what I did there?
Was that the character he played in the one show?
No, in MASH, his name was Hawkeye in MASH.
Right,
so
that's what I'm saying.
Hawkeye's
that's the character
dad.
he played. Right, yeah.
Okay. The war show. What is it?
That show.
That one.
Mush. You knew what I was talking about.
Mishy Mashy.
Pass the mash.
Bangers and mash.
All right,
so Alan Alda plays Hawkeye's dad.
Nice.
Okay.
I do. Next up, is my favorite actor, and I can't ever see him doing a superhero movie. But in the event that
I've never done one, but I guess I can.
If he did, so Sean Penn has not been in any superhero movies that I recall, and I thought he would be a great version of Doctor Strange. I think. I could see Sean Penn in the Doctor Strange role.
I like that.
Like I said, I don't really see Sean Penn doing a MC or DCU movie. I just don't think that's his types of roles. That's not usually the kind of stuff he does. But if he did, I would like to see him as Doctor Strange.
Sure. I like that.
Yeah, see that.
Brian?
Well, one of the greatest actors of our time is Tom Hanks. You got to figure out, how did we get Tom
Brian,
Hanks?
He doesn't need the goddamn money. Allie, get your man.
Shame
Tell
on
him. Tell him.
Stop him.
He must need the money to do like a live action Geppetto, right? So the man is trying to do something with his money. So you could definitely make some money in a comic book movie. I read an article where he would love to play a Batman villain. He didn't name anyone in particular. How about Tom Hanks as Mr. Freeze? Mr. Freeze.
I like it.
Yep. Okay.
So Mr. Freeze was the obviously a scientist. He had the tragic loss of his wife, and that's when he tried to bring her back. That was the whole accidental reason he became Mr. Freeze to begin with. So Tom Hanks is more the evil genius type of guy. You can't.
But you don't think like a
over the
serious,
top. But Mr. Freeze can't be
serious
serious.
version of the Penguin? I could see the serious version of a Penguin, not the over-the-top Danny DeVito comic book.
No, not that. No.
kind of like a legitimate, serious look at the Penguin is the
Kinda
first thing
like
popped
what
in
they-
my head.
What they did in the Batman with
Colin Farrell.
Yes.
Colin Farrell. Yeah.
Yes,
That is
Exactly.
That is interesting,
but not
That is
so
interesting.
greasy. Like he wouldn't be as greasy. He would be more like
Like a gentleman, more of the
yes,
like a
yep, more of a gentleman.
and tradition. You're thinking more like original television show Batman, like Penguin adaptation, instead of the freak kind of,
Well, even Burgess Meredith was over the top with wah, wah, wah,
Yeah, he was a
wah,
little-
wah,
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, he
You
had the whole suit and he was a little
You're
more.
right.
He was less villainous as far as he was, as much as he was.
I don't know, Mr. I still
Yeah.
go back to
I
Mr.
get what
Freak
you're saying.
because again, he's a scientist.
Okay.
He's not a goofy over the top. Yeah. Schwarzenegger was written with that goofy over the top stuff. It's not his fault. It was that stupid writing and Batman and Robin. And I also thought for a second, I also pictured Tom Hanks potentially as Lex Luthor. How about that?
That'd be interesting.
I like that.
I like you could do the look again, just the evil genius type.
All right.
I could picture him totally in that role as well. So just a villain though. I like the evil genius villain for Tom Hanks. I think is very, very fitting for him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah. Dean?
All right. I'm going to go straight down the line here. I was going to jump around because I want to get to the last one, but I'm going to go with Jenna Ortega. Have you guys ever seen this girl?
Is that the teenager you have a
she's-
crush on?
She's not a teenager. She's of age. She's an adult. And she's going to play anybody she fucking wants to.
Is that what you have?
Jenna Ortega. I do.
Okay.
I do.
And
It's funny. So I figured you were thinking Jenna Ortega. I put her on my list as well. Dean. Oh wait, I picture her. How about Jenna Ortega as the Black Cat in the Spider-Man series?
oh, okay.
Because you got to have
Okay.
the Black Cat sooner or later.
All
Peter
right.
Parker
Yeah.
at some
Yeah,
point
yeah.
gets hooked up
And
with
there's
Selena.
never been one in any of the movies, in
No,
any of the
Felicia-
adaptations of Spider-Man.
Nope.
They've never done Black Cat.
Nope, Felicia
That's
Hardy
good.
is like the Marvel version of Catwoman, sort of,
Mhm.
right? Sexy, but she has to be. There's plenty of actresses that can play the role. Like I was thinking of all these actresses. I had like maybe Jessica
Sure.
Chastain, Emily Blunt, perhaps, but too old, very beautiful women, but too old for
Jenna
Tom Holland.
Ortega is perfect.
Jenna Ortega figures in an age group that would be the temptation
Yeah.
against Mary Jane and so forth. And she's
Nick and Sear
again,
is not as a child, but as a beautiful young lady.
I think she'd be great in that role. I think she would look great in the costume. And
Yes,
just-
you would.
It plays the whole. Yeah, just,
What?
I like it.
What?
Definitely be a
Costume, prom
Yes.
dress, whatever.
That's right.
What?
There you go.
All right, Nick, what do you got next?
I've got Zooey Deschanel. I think Zooey Deschanel's not been in any type of superhero stuff. And so I like the idea of Zooey Deschanel portraying Starfire from the Titans. I think that would be kind of cool. She's Starfire's weird because she's an alien princess from another planet. Zooey Deschanel is weird. I
Just
think
like
she could
you.
pull off that's right, a very fun version of Starfire. Now, technically, I mean, all of the Titans characters primarily exist off of the Teen Titans Go children's cartoon series. So I'm going for more of a fun, lighthearted take on Starfire, and I think Zooey Deschanel would be a great pick for that. So yeah, Zooey Deschanel.
I like it.
I like it
Brian.
a lot.
Well, we have to have in any superhero. We have to have this actor in any major project. Period. And we all share the same sentiment for sure. They give us a movie. If we find a role for this actor, we're going to put him in it. John Hamm.
I have John Hamm written down as well.
But
He's
again,
literally the next on my list.
that's good.
Yep.
I mean, I think we all agree. He's a great actor. He can play
Yep.
serious roles. He can play comedic roles. He's got
Mhm.
a great look to him. So I have a couple
Once
thoughts
again,
for John
though,
Hamm. Go
has
ahead.
done a voice for a Marvel property.
What did he do?
Not for MCU. He voiced Tony Stark in MODOK, the Patton
geez.
Oswalt MODOK. Yes, that's right.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. But
Yeah, as soon as I
ahead.
asked Megan, that was without skipping a beat. That was her. John Hamm. She didn't care what he did. She just wanted John Hamm.
I was going to say, as we have discussed on the show, for him, I have him written down for Batman/Superman, whichever. I don't care, whatever. But
okay,
right. It's fine.
I have a couple
100%.
thoughts for him. So one is using his comedic role. You could do a very weird, strange movie on Plastic Man in the DC universe. So Plastic Man was sort of their version of Mr. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very weird, goofy character. Has a weird look to him. He's got like the goggles and the weird suit. It was just a very strange version of that. Is like a weird universe that he was in, right? I think John Hamm could, for the comedic part, the weird comedic part, you could do a very interesting movie with John Hamm as Plastic Man. I think for a more serious role. I think, Dean, you still have my comic book, my graphic novel that I lent you.
Right here.
You probably, maybe you've never even opened it up yet, but
no, I've been thumbing through it.
Oh, good, very good. So, Kingdom Come is a very good Elseworlds story for DC. It takes place in the future where the superheroes were sort of banished, and then that storyline in particular has an older, very gruff Superman. I could picture John Hamm in that version of Superman, just the aged, grizzled Superman who has nothing initially in the storyline. He's done with humanity. I'm out. I've had it. But then he comes back, and he's got the black S. He's got the graying temples. Just a very, very cool, interesting version of Superman. He can almost do the Batman and Bruce Wayne in that same storyline as well. Because again, Batman's basically a cripple. He's in an exoskeleton because he could barely move for getting beat up over the years. But Bruce Wayne is also very, kind of beat up and aged in that storyline as well. But I picture John Hamm in that Superman role, that older Superman role.
Okay. All right.
Do you think of what's John Hamm? So what does John Hamm play? Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You got me so excited because I want to go to my next one because it bounces off that one. But John Hamm, I love John Hamm and anything he does. John Hamm he's a given. Like, why isn't he in there somewhere? He has to be. Marvel, DC, I don't care who you are. Get off your asses. Give him a call.
Yep.
Do you have a role for John Hamm that you were thinking of in particular, or no? Just
no. I like yours. I like you.
Okay.
I like your future gruff Superman enough to. All right. So real quick,
go ahead.
Megan's other choice was Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but she said she wanted to see him do a bad guy. But as you're talking about this, I see him as that Batman in that universe.
I like that. Yes. Yeah. That Bruce Wayne that's beat up, and he's a smart ass. He's still fighting crime with the robotic
that combination
and stuff.
You could almost do it like a grumpy old men buddy movie. You know what I mean? Like when they're not fighting, they're bickering. They're just two old gruff superheroes that are bickering. They've seen it all. They've done it all with each other and they against each other. And and this is them at just their pinnacle of like just I don't give a shit mode.
I like that a lot too. Also thinking of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, we're thinking about we can almost cast the Kingdom Come storyline. We're right.
Sure.
He also could play the Green Arrow in that version, the very grizzled Green Arrow in that same storyline. But yeah, that's a great choice for that storyline for sure with Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Has Bryan Cranston been in any?
That's another
I don't think so.
That's a good one.
Great
he
one.
would be a good one for Mr. Freeze, I think, as well. I think
that's
he would be a great Mr. Freeze pick.
Yeah.
Yep. You win. There you go. That's it.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. Bryan Cranston and Mr. Freeze.
As I see, all these ones are coming to me now. That since we're talking, I don't have Bryan Cranston written down. I also don't have.
What about Bryan Cranston as also Lex Luthor? Perhaps
that would be that would be fine.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep. The only problem is people like seeing the bald head and thinking Walter White too much.
Okay, I can see that.
But I think he's a good enough actor though to pull it off to where after like 5 minutes, you go, okay, this is Lex Luthor.
What about maybe as like the thinker? Like so the leader. I'm sorry, the thinker or the leader in the Hulk. So the leader was the guy that got the gamma radiation in his brain, so his brain expanded, and he was like a super genius. One of the Hulk's greatest enemies was the leader. Bryan Cranston maybe that he could do an excellent, or Tom Hanks for that.
That'd be good.
One of those two guys, so the evil genius guy. So we definitely picture him maybe more of in an evil genius role. Is that what you're thinking for Bryan Cranston?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys know my discontent for the idea of anyone other than Chris O'Donnell playing Robin.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta say, if there was going to be someone that wasn't Chris O'Donnell that could portray Robin, I wouldn't hate if it was Timothée Chalamet. I think he would be an excellent pick, or even as a Nightwing or something like that. Just he's got that. Well, he's a fantastic actor, and he would be, I think, great in that type of role.
I can see that.
Good.
Yeah. So, Dean, I'm sorry, you were about to say something.
No, to go on yours, I don't know 100% of Timothée Chalamet's work. I hear a lot about him. I just don't see much of like his work. So, but everything I see in it, I can see that as Darkwing.
Yep.
Good.
Darkwing Duck.
Sorry.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. Right. Nightwing. I'm sorry. No, I'm going to go on. I actually have to do Carter's pick. He had two ideas. One was all his. He wants to see John Cena in the MCU doing something.
Okay.
He doesn't know what. What about like the big silver guy? The X-Men. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
He could do that
with his personality and
sure.
his comedic timing. I especially working with like Deadpool and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So that's Carter's pick.
Okay.
All right. Very good.
John Cena.
I've got Tom Cruise. It seems like you'd need to find another role for Tom Cruise. Now, sort of, as we know that there was some rumors that he was going to play Tony Stark, that he was maybe up for that role anyway, and Robert Downey Jr. of course got the role. Right. There was a rumor he was going to be a variant in the. Well, it still could happen, perhaps somewhere along the line here. But what I wrote down here was Sentry. Now, Sentry is kind of he's the most powerful mutant, but he also has some type of a disorder. The whole like a mental disorder where I just pictured Tom Cruise to where he could play a character that is just a little bit, is super powerful, but a little bit off. And when he's a little bit off, he could be super dangerous and put you on edge and all that stuff. That seems to come across in his personality anyway. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think he could pull that off in a very believable way. He's just super powerful, but yet dangerous as far as his mental potential for mental breakdown or something along that line. So Sentry is one that comes to mind for Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Nikolai?
Let's see. I've got, I was thinking over here too, I was thinking about the Titans and thinking about when you were talking about that Ortega girl that you love. I was thinking of Naomi Scott, whom I love very much. And I think Naomi Scott, there again, could just play anything she wants to. But I think she would be cool as Raven from the Titans. I think that would be pretty cool, kind of a dark character. And, Naomi Scott was the one that played Princess Jasmine in the live-action Aladdin. She was Kimberly in the 2017 Power Rangers movie, and I think she would be fantastic. So that's one that just came to me there.
Do you watch adult shows?
Do I watch adult shows? I do. I enjoy the children ones much more. There are none that I enjoy as much as the kids shows.
All right. Just checking. Just checking.
Yeah, I can't find any that resonate with me that I like as much. But
all right, my next one is unless Brian, do you know who Nick was talking about?
No.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. My next one is.
Do you know who Naomi Scott is?
I know the name. I probably know the face if I saw her.
Dean, do you know who Naomi Scott is?
No, like Brian. I know the name. I know I've seen her and stuff.
Are you serious? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look it up now.
Yeah.
If you,
I mean, you don't have to. Yeah, but she's on my list. She's
Okay.
She's beautiful.
Well, my next one. Oh yeah, I can see her doing a lot of stuff. And she's easy on the eyes. My next pick is Pedro Pascal because why not? He's in fucking everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Why not bring him over to comic book movies?
Yeah,
I've got no other reason besides that.
Him in?
No, just well, if we're thinking about it, we put the thought together. He could probably. I mean, it's kind of a cheat code to do a variant of Iron Man again, but he could do a variant of the Hulk.
A Bruce Banner,
different universe Hulk. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I'm going with that. I like that. I'm doing a variant of Bruce Banner.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
By the way, I just popped in my head too for John Cena also perhaps. Like Ben Grimm. How about him as the Thing perhaps?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Who's Ben Grimm?
Yeah,
he's the Thing on the Fantastic Four. The big orange guy is like the.
Oh, you're saying John Cena playing? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Since
no, you said it.
It
didn't click.
Yeah, the Brooklyn guy, gruff guy. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
I also have. Let's see here. Well, it's already been talked about here. So Henry Cavill, he's coming into the Marvel, but it's not been announced what he's going to do yet. So, there's been a lot of rumors what he's going to potentially play. I still picture him as one of the rumors is Captain Britain. Captain Britain is to me that seems like a perfect role for him with the British accent, everything else. It's kind of their version of Captain America.
Comes naturally to him.
Yeah, is he British?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. So I think it's a perfect role for him.
Okay, I can dig that.
Yeah.
Nick, you got any more?
I'm out. I've said all mine, and I haven't thought of any new ones.
I've got one more. This was a combination thought process between Carter and I. He said the name, and then I kind of chuckled it off, and then realized, wait a minute, I think I had the best role for him. Carter said he wants to see Hulk Hogan in the MCU. Okay. And after I chuckled, I thought to myself, how cool would it to be an older variant of Thor?
Yeah. That's
Like he comes in as like old man Thor from like the future, and he's all beaten up and old man Thor.
You know Hulk something, Hogan. Brother?
That's right.
We've been through a lot together, brother.
Let me tell you something, Thanos. I like this a lot. He isn't much better than fucking old variant Thor Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Picture Thor getting beat up. He's just laying there. He's just like
fingers coming up. There you go. There it is. Starts hulking up.
Yeah.
Fucking Jonathan Majors punches him in the side. And just points.
That's right. I am a real Asgardian. Real Asgardian.
Marvel, if you're listening, you can have this for free. You can have
just
this
so
idea
we can
for free.
see it. We don't want anything. We just want you to make it.
Don't want anything. I just need to see this scene.
Real Asgardian.
Yeah, I like
that needs to play so faintly in the background that you're like, hold on, what is that? Is that Real American? And you're like, oh god damn, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
I like it.
I love it.
Maybe give us a little credit on the end there, but we're good.
Very good, very good.
It's fantastic. I love it.
All right, two more quick ones. Terry Crews. You got to see Terry Crews, I think, in the universe. Yep. Love him as an actor. I looked him up anyway, and he actually said he would love to play Silver Surfer. And I thought, why not? I think it's a great role for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, just got the look. It's a great character. He wants to play him. Why not? Looks the part. Love that idea. And then also this has been stated as a possible rumor as well. And he's already expressed interest of playing this character. But Norman Reedus from Walking Dead, he's already a huge motorcycle enthusiast. As Ghost Rider, I'd love to see him in that role. I think it's a great role for Norman Reedus.
Everything they've said, it's kind of, I mean, everything they've said, that's kind of what they're doing, from what I've heard.
That'd be great.
Is that the guy with the longer hair?
Longer hair, the rough guy.
Yeah,
with a crossbow in Walking Dead, but be a great Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. Already a dark character and everything else, so I like that idea a lot. And I had one more, Jessica Chastain. I mentioned already.
You were getting her in no matter what.
Yeah, again, great look, beautiful. Can do action roles and all that. I believe. Kind of picture her maybe as like a villain though, like her as Poison Ivy. I think is interesting in the Batman universe.
I could see that.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, so that's what I got. There's plenty more we can go through. Very good topic, Nick. So there's plenty more we can go through. But yeah, very good.
Yeah,
good job, Nicholas.
Shit. Hey, thanks.
You so good.
That's right.
You deserve a little bit of Dini meat.
Oh, geez, right. Thanks.
That's right.
A little bit's all I can give you, so you're gonna have to say
that's all I got. You got no choice.
Well, I may not have a choice with that, but you have a choice. You have a choice today out there listening, ladies and gentlemen. You have a choice. If you want to keep just mulling through your miserable life with your regular old bullshit bicycle, or if you want to hop on a wave of electricity with our friends at RPM Bike Shop, that's goddamn right. The power is in your hands. Would you like to be on an electric bike today? Of course you fucking would. So you might as well give our friends a call at RPM Bike Shop, 330-808-7792 today. They're located in Carrollton, Ohio. Don't believe me? Go over to their store and check it out. Don't want to go there because you don't have an electric bike yet? Well, until you get one, in the meantime, search on Facebook for RPM Bike Shop. You can see their products on there as well as also ways to get a hold of them. You can also go to their website. That's rpmbikeshop.com. So be your own superhero in your life today. Get yourself an electric bike from RPM Bike Shop.
That's right. That's right. And that electric bike
you only went from like super angry to you're mellow out.
Motherfucker, get a bike. Electric.
That electric bike, Nick, might be charged by the Thor version of Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Right?
We hope.
That's right. And I can envision an awesome looking tattoo of Hulk Hogan as Thor.
Absolutely.
I mean, picture that. Picture that, will you?
So, are you all picturing it on my ass cheek like I am?
That's right. Or maybe you're picturing, Tom Cruise as Sentry, or a John Hamm as any superhero at all.
Yeah,
and I'd like to have that just permanently on your body for eternity. So if you're
make it a reality.
Make it a reality. Make it a reality. A Golden Heart tattoo from our friends over in Norton, Ohio. So look them up on Facebook at Golden Heart Tattoo. Make your appointment today. Website goldenhearttattoos.com, or give them a call at 234-706-2982 and say, you know what, I was listening to the Convincing Idiots podcast. They had all these great tattoo ideas of all these actors who should play superhero roles. And I want to get the John Hamm gruff Superman tattoo from Kingdom Come. So can you make that happen? And they'll tell you, yeah, come on down. We'll work it up. We'll get it on your body for all time. So Golden Heart Tattoos.
Boom.
Greg and Scott are superheroes into themselves.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, guys,
I think we did it.
I think we did it.
We did the thing.
That's right. Episode 130.
Whew.
in the books.
130. And if you could listen closely, I think that's world peace out there, and that's because of us.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. So, Dee, do you have any suggestions for Nick as far as I'm picturing some type of one of these actors in one of these roles or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. Do you have any thoughts here?
Do we want to do difficult? Because I have a little difficult. I think it might be fun. We didn't even mention him, but I would like to hear the outro done in Nicolas Cage as a villain, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'll give you a little leeway of broad sense of villainous.
Okay.
In an MCU or DCU universe, so Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. You know who Nicolas Cage would be great as a villain?
Baby.
The Joker. He could just be like, because he's fucking crazy. He could just be the Joker. He could just be the Joker. It'd be great, man. Just picture it. Just imagine it. All right. I've done Nicolas Cage outros. I think. That's okay. We're gonna do it again. It's gonna be great. Okay.
Yeah.
So all you got to do to find the Convincing Idiots podcast is go to Convincing Idiots' link tree, LINKTREE, and there you're going to find all of the places that you can listen to this wonderful podcast each and every week. You can also find that information on their website, convincingidiots.wordpress.com. So for this episode of Convincing Idiots, whether or not you can tell, probably not, I'm Nicolas Cage, Millennial Nicolas Cage.
I'm Zennial Dean.
Brian.
Have we convinced you that we should be casting for the MCNDCU?
Or be casting it ourselves.
Brian should at least be making the fucking songs.
That's right. Yes. At the very least.
I am a real Asgardian.
Fight for the rights of gods and men. I am a real Asgard.
Everybody, Gen X Brian with Millennial Nick and Zennial Dean. We need more people besides Nick's mom watching us. Give us a like and subscribe.
So this week we're gonna talk about what would happen if Van Gogh would have survived.
I'm like trying to get my head. I'm like, okay, I can sort of see.
He probably would have succumbed to like TV animation eventually and like, sold out massively.
Music art. I'm like, all right, well that makes more sense, I guess. But I'm like, okay. Trying to be creative, I guess.
I was sitting here just crying, laughing, because like when you said no, it's not really my thing. I'm like, wow, I think that's actually something you would thrive in.
I don't know what's funnier, the fact that you misunderstood or the fact that you thought Dean would know that much about art that he would actually suggest such a topic.
I know, I'm just like, I was like, wow, okay. I'm thinking like, okay, well, like Ansel Adams, I think he passed away. His birthday was recently. I'm like, okay, he's a cool photographer, and maybe Andy Warhol. Yeah.
Just so I wanted to double check my work, I read the text message line back to Megan, but I asked her, what do you think that means?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, yeah, like if Elvis would have survived. I'm like, okay, good. At least it's
fair enough. All right. I was like, wow, I would have been impressed if you had some actual discussion topics. That would have been like, okay. All right.
I mean, I can talk about art. Actually, okay. I actually can.
Yep.
So
okay,
if you ever want to do that subject, I can. I mean, I'm not a fucking master, but I could dabble a little bit in art.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Was one of my better subjects.
All right. Well, it certainly wasn't broadcasting.
Definitely was not. Just like yours, as it wasn't comprehension.
That's right. I guess not.
Critical thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.